I'm just gonna let you know right off the bat that this isn't even books, and I'm just really excited for it. Oh my god! Pumpkin spice peanut butter. Meh! One of them's regular peanut butter. It was supposed to be toffee nut crunch. They gave me a regular peanut butter, even though they're supposed to have toffee nut crunch in here, but whatever, I'll survive. Because the other one that I got is sesame cran butter, and I am... So just so you know, I get excited about other things other than books. I get excited about food too. Today I'm just going to tell you about some books that I really, really love that I would recommend to anybody, but especially people that aren't really into reading. So if you have a friend that's like, meh, reading, I got you covered. They're just fun, good books that I think anyone would enjoy. Even though none of these books are super heavy, I do love my super heavy books, so if you want a book-related video on that in the future, I can definitely give that to you. These are all completely different genres as well. I made this like a huge variety of books. Another thing, super, super quick, I just want to say thank you to everybody that participated in the giveaway. It was just really, really nice seeing such a strong response to that. The winner is down below, so congratulations to the winner. I don't even know the winner yet. I'm gonna pick it from one of those random counters on the internet as I'm editing this video, so winner is down below. Congratulations, and I will have already messaged you once this video is up, so look out for that because it should be in your inbox. So yes, first one is Wonder by R.J. Palacio. This book is beautiful, and while yes, it is sort of heavy because the protagonist is deformed. He has a deformed face and he has to go to middle school. That is quite heavy, but the writing isn't, and it is a middle grade novel, but it's beautiful and the characters are so good, and it is so relatable because it goes throughout an entire school year. I cried during it like 3 times, and it is one of my favorite all-time books. If someone that doesn't usually read is like a little off-put by the fact that it's a middle grade book, you can show them any of these other ones, but I think this one is perfect. Next one that I'm recommending was my all-time favorite book for years, and then I started BookTube and branched out even further and reevaluated some things, but this is still one of my all-time favorite books. Fight Club by Chuck Palahniuk, and it's really easy to get people to read this because you're like, yo, Fight Club is like such a good movie, and everyone's like, I know, it's a cult classic, and I'm like, you should really read the book, and then they do, and it's brilliant. Whenever I have someone borrow my book, I tend to underline in my books a lot, and I tell people, I encourage them to also underline in my books. You'll see that I underlined in black over here, and then someone else underlined in blue over here. I feel like 5 or 6 people have already read this copy, and that just makes it way more special to me. If you don't know about the concept of Fight Club, it's basically about this man who lives a very mundane life, and then he finds Fight Club, and it pretty much reevaluates everything in his life, and everything gets twisted and crazy. And I wouldn't recommend this for anyone under the age of like 16, but I can't tell you how to live your life. If you're still interested, go for it. It's all so beautifully written, as is everything else in this list. Second's by Bryan Lee O'Malley. You can tell people that he wrote the Scott Pilgrim series. A lot of people are familiar with the Scott Pilgrim movie, so that'll be a way to get them into it. It's also not a series, so it's also very easily accessible. And I didn't realize this until now, but Guillermo del Toro, or however you say his name, he blurbed it at the end, so that might also give them incentive. This is just a stunning graphic novel about Kate, I believe, or Katie, and she wants more than anything to have her own restaurant. And right now she is a co-manager of a restaurant, and she really just wants her own, and she wants to build it from scratch, and she doesn't have the ability to do that at the moment. Some magical realism kicks in and she finds a way to do so, but it's rather difficult, and then things get insane. It's really, really wonderful. I would highly recommend it, especially to people that like the Scott Pilgrim movie, like really quirky things like that. I think they would really enjoy this. And it's a quick read and a fast one and a fun one. Who wouldn't want to read that? Next, I cannot believe I'm putting this in here, but I really do feel like most people would enjoy it. Someone that is into like dystopian sci-fi series, if anyone likes The 100, I would recommend this, and a lot of people right now like The 100, including myself. Okay, so Ender's Game by Orson Scott Card. Some people might be like, meh, I didn't really love the movie, so I'm not going to read the book. Mistake. This book is so good, and honestly, I wouldn't even recommend reading this like this. I read it on audible.com, and like, it's so beautifully narrated and so good and so action-packed, and it's just such a good dystopian book, and you could read it as a standalone. It is in a series, but it is like totally good to read as a standalone. It's gorgeously written. Orson Scott Card is a horrible person, but if we can separate the art from the artist, I think so many people would thoroughly enjoy this book. If you don't want to go that route, if you want to go like straight contemporary, these people don't read at all, they're not into fictional characters. If you want just a straight up book, this is a how-to book, and it's a how-to on basically everything. And this is by Augusten Burroughs. He mainly writes memoirs, but this is just his advice to people about everything. How to shatter shame, how to be confident, how to feel sorry for yourself, how to be thin, how to be fat, how to find love, how to feel like shit, like so many different things. And it's funny and relatable and so very honest. And I think anybody would gain something from reading this, and that's what's most important here. The good luck of right now, you could get someone into reading this by being like, Matthew Quick wrote the Silver Linings Playbook. That's a movie that won like Oscars. So many people would enjoy reading Matthew Quick's work, and not enough people do. The good luck of right now is about Bartholomew, and his mother just passed away, and all he's done so far in his life is take care of his mother. So he doesn't know what to do until he finds someone's name in his mother's drawer. Then he goes on a quest to find this person. And who doesn't love quest stories? Everyone loves a good journey. All the characters in here are very quirky as well. It's really just very, very good, and it runs in the same sort of lines as the Silver Lining Playbook. So if you're into that, read this. It's great. Last one I have here to recommend is a memoir, and it is one by Amy Poehler. Everybody knows Amy Poehler. Such an easy book to get people to read. Actually, while I was reading this a few months back, 2 other people at my job were currently reading it as well, which I thought was phenomenal. So many people love Amy Poehler because of Parks and Rec, and she's such a beautiful, wholesome, loving person, and you could so tell by reading this that she's so genuine. I have a book discussion on this book, and I will link it down below, but she's so genuine. She's such a good person, and I would totally recommend this if you love Amy Poehler, if you love Parks and Rec, if you love like something like The Office or anything like that. SNL, read it. It's so good. If you guys have any books to recommend for people that don't generally like reading, put them down below. That is all I have to show you today, and I hope you guys are having a lovely day, and I will see you guys soon.